Clazel and Amar, the owner here, for letting us come in and have all of this wonderful fun together. Thank you, of course. If anybody didn't notice, we do have a visual art gallery going on up in the front. We've got 2 artists this month. Our featured artist is a young lady by the name of Adrienne Buck. She's out of Cleveland right now. She's a BG alum, I think. I know she went here. I think she finished. And she can answer any questions about the artwork that she has. We also have another young lady who featured last month and wasn't able to make it tonight. But her name is Samantha Barton, and some of her work is also displayed up front. So please give it up for Samantha. We're going to keep it moving because my list is really long and my feature is getting antsy. Don't be sad if I come to you and give you the axe because we got started a little late. We have to make sure we get you a guaranteed spot for next month, but we want to make sure that you guys do get an opportunity to enjoy our featured artist tonight. And also, please, check out our bartenders and everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need some water, some beer or something, a drink. It ain't funny? You know you want a drink. Go buy me a drink then. I want a drink. Make sure y'all tip well. Visit the bar and patronize this wonderful establishment so they can keep the lights on for us next month, all right? And coming up next, we got my wins. He was here last month. He didn't sign up with the same name this month, but he calls himself a page poet. And so, big up to the page poet. Some of us do it raw, and some of us just do it really mellow. And he's gonna come and do it really mellow for us right now. Y'all put your hands together for Doug, AKA Lou Milo.
Now she called me a page poet, but what I failed to mention is that I am a page poet, but I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone because, as poets, that's what we got to do. So we are. Damn it. Okay, there it is. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to step out into the spoken word area. So I got a little something that I put together a couple days ago, and I need better glasses too because apparently I'm a blind poet. So bear with me. This is my first spoken word poem. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You got all bazoomed and berserkified when I cut you off from my razzmatazz, and I said, "Ain't that the jazz?" And you, "Ain't that some shit?" And will we ever end up together? And you talk of lifetimes coupled with fetid hands and the organic nucleus that is once and forever called love. Of the man cherry blossoms floating on coke, winded and blundering about a gay bar, searching for the new toy of a lifetime. Of the soliloquies invested into a term of endearing companionship, riddled with irony and bittersweet background music playing along. Of clamoring imagery that sets the head in a buzz of unrelinquished infatuation on a high so high I get dizzy and spin out of my walls. Of the perpetual duality of grins and grim losses of that thing that is once and forever called love. Of the mountain peaks rock climbers call to and cuddle and come on its summit. Of the sewer station spewing sinister shit all over the coupled fingers, tied in a torrent of tempest and featureless awe. Of the climb, rock tripping, toe tumbling and breathly warm ascents. Of the scattered duels dooming one to a dolmen in Chicago. Of the city of love, Paris, France, the enchanté of excuses, the languages, looks stolen and smiles shared. Of the man-woman-man relationship spreading more of its festering righteousness all over our lives. Of the shadows cast in the plight to populate our world. Of our way to do our part to take down 2 fuckmakers and settle, picking up the pieces left behind. Of the way to gaiety, happiness that is. Of the self-interested narration of the story in this nation, or tumultuous hibernation of the embedded realization the politics have entered your bedroom. Of my cold and brittle handshake saying goodbye. You're getting too close, and my heart has turned too low on simmer, and I'm gonna sit and stew on you. of your bitter understanding that I'm in love with me and I don't share. And we laughed at the ridiculity of the sitch, and we swam in our follies. The baffled kings throw curiosity from their thrones, and we laughed. Beauty waned in Chicago, and I was off to Toledo, Ohio, where the marble arches are gutted and glued, uneven pavements play tricks with my balance, and the holy Toledo drew a breath and blew. Hot, aspirated air stings my eyelids forced, and I squint, and I saw the light. Cold and bitter, I slept alone and dreamt, or dreamed if you prefer, of being an angel. Too cool for wings, though. And dressed in my slotted skin leather jacket, bag in one hand and torch in the other, I stood on the street, house and bombing, and took it all in. Woolly and warm, I took to the corners of Collingwood and Monroe. Tea tipped and pouring over the rim, white porcelain patterned cups, mollified but a few drops, throwing the rest all over. I took it all in. Too cool to show it hurts, I leaned back and smiled. Of that balance-tipped hammock netted and tied between two trees, of the Buckman Bridge connecting the lands between Jacksonville, Florida and Jacksonville, Florida. Of the street smart smoking trick meticulously looking for his pick to pay for his fix, and then he does. Of the train track memory taking me back to the days of wine and roses. Of that transitory glint flickering in the room, bombshell casings littered at my feet, and I tread smoothly forward in a curious manner, placating my passion of intensity. Of that boy in the brush cowering from imaginary thorns encasing his body. Of the lukewarm kisses shared with boys of all backgrounds, mendicants and coal miners. Of the toothy smiles gawking from the girls of a different candor. Of how you made me wet, dripping, soaked in passionate splendor. How you stole my head and hid it in the treaties of nations and the harbors of patience. How you took my limbs and shoved them beneath bedpost and bureau, drawer after drawer. You stuffed me among your things, and I was among your things, and I was yours. I dreamt, or dreamed if you prefer, of that organic nucleus that is once is and forever known as love. And I think, damn, because the fucked up part is that I need it just as much as you do.
Y'all give it up one more time for Nathan. I'm sorry, for Doug. Lou Milo. I'd like to thank Adrienne Book for taking me seriously. She brought me this cute little cordial glass which makes me stick my pinky out. And it tastes yummy. Notice the walk, get a little different. Have a drink or two.